Hi, welcome back, everyone. The Random Band is here to play Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's been a while, but last time we beat up some bandits, reclaimed the monastery, and now we get to explore said monastery that is now a smoldering pile of ruins. We're gonna walk 3 feet out of here. Who wants to talk with me?
Professor.
Sure.
I think you hit no.
It's because we've been playing Monster Hunter, and I'm so used to B being accept. Alright, I'll have to talk to Caspar later. Well, at least there's some good in this world. Oh yeah, I don't know if I can do this now. Let's see.
I need a favor. Yes?
Yeah, I don't exactly know how this works. Sure, let's connect online because we haven't connected at any point in the past. New travelers have arrived. Who's the available travelers? Just in case these people leave from our party, let's throw someone that's not immediately useful. Cyril, we never need to see you again. Let's have you get... Damn. Get Lewin for us? Oh, really? Interesting. I can just get more seals. Ah, never mind. So no. I guess it's more like... Alright, let's see what we can, fucking... Here, have a steel sword. It's partially broken. Recon training. Yes. Recon training? Recon train... right in this corner of the Black Eagles. Right next to Petra. Sure. I don't really know what that does, but... Oh, hey! It's fucking weird as shit seeing them in their combat outfits. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore all of them. It's way too much fun ignoring them. Anyway, more support links. Oh, Petra. Making sure I'm hitting the right button here.
Sir, please do not be concerned. I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
No, Petra, you don't understand. You're one of our 2 most powerful units. You dying is a huge loss. Like,
Yes,
war result changing loss.
Accept my apology for giving you worry. I have sorrow. I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this. Even though I was not asking for your care and attention, you gave it willingly.
Stop pushing yourself so hard.
Will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying.
No.
I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Fodlan. Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore.
Yep.
It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire. If I were running away from the Empire, then Bridget would be defeated. I am not having any options. To be living, I must be fighting to win. For Bridget to be living, the Empire needs to be crushed. So I must be crushing the Empire. That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting.
Gotta take care of yourself to
That
succeed.
is the truth. I wonder what I should be doing. I want to be granting the wants of my tribe. So their wants are my own, correct?
Sure. Only you can know what you want.
What I really want.
Just as long as it isn't leaving my team.
Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet. What I am understanding is that there is something I am not understanding. Before the war is over, I will have understanding. That you can be counting on.
Like I said, her biggest problem is just tenses of words.
Yeah.
Or tenses of phrases, rather. Because she's using current tense there. Who else wants to hang out?
Pardon me.
I think there were a couple.
I'm sure there are. Alright, who is it?
Right.
Professor.
Oh, good. Hey, what's up, Felix?
Finally, I notched a win against you.
You cheated. I almost had you.
True, it was a narrow victory. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past. It's like training with my brother. He always won, always, and died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong. Perhaps it's absurd to say such a thing, but I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse. Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother. Not unless he climbs
Sounds
out
like
of his
there's knocking
grave.
outside and I got confused.
I
Yeah.
continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against.
Edelgard?
You, obviously. I beat you this time, but when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen. It was
Trust
a
me,
close
Felix,
match,
if I had to
and
turn
I
against
crushed
everybody,
you.
I'm pretty sure I could
I
handle
know
most
that
of
I
them.
can do better.
Then again, you and
I
Petra would be
will
the first
surpass
targets
you
I'd have to
this
take
time.
out.
And then I'll become stronger still.
Or Lysethia, depending on how the map is situated.
And then, when this war is over, I will
Yeah, no, how the
have a
map's
chance to
situated is
see
really
myself.
determines who I have to take out
Hard to
first.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked all those years ago.
I asked you a question. Oh no, see, you don't understand, Felix. I just say random bullshit.
I'm thinking.
Something looks wrong with her face. I think it's just low poly.
The Lords have
It
been at
might be.
odds, so peace and prosperity have declined there as well. In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Murden. Rumor has it that the domain's lord, someone by the name of Acheron, is a completely ineffectual leader.
Of course he is. By the way, did her freaking little portrait there look far more important than she actually looks?
A little bit, yeah.
Like, this is the face of someone who's going to turn out to be a super important character 3 chapters later. I don't think that she's important, but I guess I haven't played the Blue Lions route to actually know.
Hey,
Was there anyone else to talk to on the map?
Like actual, yes. There's 2. I'm betting one of them might be Lysethia's.
Probably.
I know at least for Golden Deer, you actually have to wait for Lysethia's thing to unlock.
Hey, you.
Found Dimitri.
Yeah.
I see he's as talkative as ever. Yeah, so this is what the church looks like now. You just have to live with a giant pile in front of everything.
Hey,
Thankfully, you can still get to the sides if you actually need them. You don't need them. So, you know, that's also good.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's over here? And the next thing we'll do is probably give bad advice to the adults now. Well, they're not students anymore.
Yeah.
Professor,
I was right, it is Lysethia's. Yes.
thank you for helping me with my training again today, Professor. I'm gonna keep at it for a while longer, so you go on ahead. I can't. Not when I'm right on the cusp of using my power to greater potential. Surely you yourself are tired. Just Don't worry about me, okay?
Oh, you, I am gonna worry. Yep. Feel bad for Lysethia.
I'm sorry, Professor. It was careless of me to continue.
I think we're gonna get the
How
entire
far
backstory of her stuff. She's mentioned most of it
Probably should
before,
have
but
listened to you.
Okay.
Now I've made a mess of things. I can't help but feel the need to rush in all things constantly. You get that way when you realize you haven't got much time.
what do you mean?
18 years ago, House Ordelia was involved in a civil conflict within the Empire. All we did was respond to a call for aid. We weren't involved politically. But once the rebellion was crushed, my family was held responsible for the aid we gave, and the Empire gained some sway over us as a result. At the time, the noble houses of the Alliance took a passive stance. No one lent aid to my family. As a result, some key officials within the family were killed, and people from the Empire were sent to replace them.
Yep.
Among those people were some mysterious mages. They were unsettling, in a word. Skin pale as death. One
Sound
after
familiar?
another, they captured and imprisoned the children of our household. They began performing terrible rituals on the children. Though it's probably more accurate to call them experiments. With the Empire monitoring our every move, my parents could do nothing but watch in horror as all of this unfolded. One after another, the children died, till the only one left was me. You know, my hair wasn't always this color. During their experiments, they'd been doing things with my blood. One morning, I awoke like this. A shock of white hair, all trace of pigment gone. Upon seeing me, the mages were delighted. They realized that their experiments had finally succeeded. Sure enough, they ran a test and saw that two crests coexisted within me.
Yep.
Using pigment from my hair wasn't the only loss. The mages informed me that my lifespan was now greatly shortened. 5 more years at most. Perhaps less.
Yeah, there's her backstory.
Shortly thereafter,
You could probably guess who those mages were.
mages lost interest in me, and we never saw them in the Ordelia household again. Since all that, our family has been in decline. It's challenging now even to govern our territory. After all my mother and father have suffered, I at least want them to have peace as they grow older. That is all I wish for, but I haven't much time to ensure it comes to pass.
I mean,
It's not like
You
what's been
might?
done to me can be undone.
it depends on the ending we get.
Professor. The only way I can conceive of would be to remove my crest somehow. But I don't know if that's even remotely possible. Even if it were,
I
it
mean,
wouldn't be of
it
much
is.
use to you and the others without my crest.
We'll find a way.
Sound resolved.
Also, I'm pretty sure you're OP even without your crest.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah. I can confirm there are at least 2 endings where she does live. One is if the main character romances her, but only male pilots can do that. And if Linhart ends up with her. They both are able to find a way to remove her crest, and that essentially returns her lifespan to normal. Her hair stays the same, but yeah. I don't know if she just gets to live regardless of ending, but I kind of feel bad for all the work she puts in, and then she just dies 5 years later. Be pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure you can probably guess who those mages were. We've killed one of them.
Yeah.
In fact, I think actually the mage we killed was the one who conducted the experiment specifically. Yeah, Solon or whatever the fuck his name is a complete piece of shit. Alright, who else wants to talk to us?
Professor.
Oh man, Ingrid. Yes. Now it's Ingrid's turn.
Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
Okay. If you must.
Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future.
You don't have a future, don't
It may
worry.
seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this.
I don't think it's petty.
This isn't something
I do, but I
open up
don't.
about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish.
You know what's selfish is Edelgard using the plot to win in partway through.
A small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family. Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Now that this war has begun, my father has allowed me to fight for my homeland. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
Your duty as a noble to get married, abandon your dreams, and have kids? That doesn't sound like a duty, that just sounds like hell. Could you not find a way to do both?
To follow both my
Yeah, give up on your dream without giving up on your dream.
Yeah.
I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor, through and through. Always listening to others' troubles, and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
I haven't, pushed different relationships in this game very hard. So, who we end up with forming relationships on their own accord, I won't be able to tell you. Because, the hell, I don't even know. Alright, what do you need?
Do you have time for a request?
Catch the big one! You prepared to catch the big one?
I guess.
It's probably going to be an episode all on its own. By the way, I just remembered we have not been talking to our best boy.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
There's never anything
You know,
to report.
it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago, but I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that. Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now, I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
Gatekeeper one-shot the Death Knight.
Got a favor to ask.
Okay.
Right.
In other words, we're about to loot the church for something that we can sell.
Kidding.
Nobody's got a problem with this?
No.
This is terrible!
Use a hand.
Oh no, not pirates. What? Wait, what?
Interior, I think. Maybe
Is it inside? Yeah,
it's-
you're right. Yeah, I just realized it. This is also terrible! Deserters and pirates. What else do we have to pick up? Alright, Gilbert, what do you want? What do you want new and old to do? This is just weird, like... You can't just replace the dude with a dude that's just as tall as him and just as strong silent type. not okay.
I have a request.
Oh my god, they really are just replacing to do. That's just really awkward. I don't know how to feel about that. It's just weird.
Really? No.
Professor,
Ready to give bad advice to children? To a child?
Sure.
I'm gonna turn with her to. I think it's Ingrid. Maybe there's a crop that can grow on it?
Either that or the first one.
Yeah. Okay, it was the first one. I don't know. Ingrid doesn't strike me as book smart, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I guess I group her into the same thing I group every warrior into. They don't read books.
But she is a hard worker, so...
That's true.
If there's a technique to be learned...
But she's also very tomboyish, which is also a trait I don't associate with book. I don't associate bookworms and tomboys. Speaking of tomboys, I can't wait to beat the shit out of Leone. That's gonna be fun. I don't like Leone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you know what, I might show it on recording. The one scene that everyone knows, like once we beat this game, I'll just be like, you know, last thing we're doing here's the Leone scene that I hate.
Okay. We can report to someone.
Oh yeah, the merchant. Because I just picked up some rubble. Yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted me to loot the church for shit.
oh good. Thanks.
Here you go. We got some free shit. Alright. I think the last thing we should do is participate in Fight Club.
And we have to fish as well.
Yes, we'll do that in next episode.
Yeah.
I'll say it before we get into Fight Club, because I know how Fight Club goes. Oh! Well. Here's my question. Do we use Petra or Felix? Petra's pretty much going to dodge everything. Felix will pretty much kill anything.
What level's Petra?
I think they're both level 30.
Oh.
Yeah. Felix has more health, but I'm confident she has a better evasion stat.
Give it to Felix.
Yeah. I keep hitting B. Alright, Felix. Show us what you got. Fuck that default. I was sort of joking, but okay. I mean, hey, if he wants to do that, hey, I'm not gonna stop him. Get him!
Oh, he's dead.
God!
You fought well.
First the crest, now the crit. What's gonna happen to this poor man?
Just regular attack.
I mean, you're right. First time Felix has gotten hit in the quarterfinals. I'm surprised the man didn't just give up before fighting him, like, nah. Okay, so yeah, Felix will be fine no matter what. If he gets a crit or his crest, he wins. Oh, really? His crest didn't get the kill? But he got his crest twice, so it didn't matter. Yeah, the Crest of Eldarius is really broken. Like, you want to be really overpowered in New Game Plus, you give it to Petra. Because then she has her obscene evasion plus a Crest of Eldarius on top of everything else she can do. Speaking of dying...
It was meant to be.
And one shot.
Yeah, last round he gets the crit. We got a Silver Sword Plus. Alright, so yeah, most of what we'll be doing is probably going to be things like Yeah, I think next time we might do more supports just to get them out of the way. Oh my god, we have so many. Correction, we have Caspar, and that's it for us. So, but otherwise, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be it for this time. Next time we'll probably do some supports and stuff. Like, it's just how it's gonna be.
We'll fish, then we'll do supports.
Unless fishing takes the whole episode.
Yeah.
In which case, welcome to the fishing episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah. So yeah, see you guys then.
Later.